Howdy ho, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Dental Tools. Today is Monday, December 16th, which means it's time for, say it with me, Deals of the Week! We got a ton of hot deals for you just in time for Christmas. Let's jump into it. The first one we got to talk about sponsor deal. That is from the the names on these. I don't make them up. It's Gimfoom. Gimfoom. You've heard of Gimfoom before. I'm sure we all have. But tell you what, here, let's go up to a bigger picture. So they sent this over. This is actually from a company that we've actually dealt with before. It's a new brand for them. I think it's a new budget version of their nicer end ones. So you got your basic one. You press the button there. It shows you how many bars you have left. You have a flashlight up front. You even have all your USBs, including USB-C, which means you got power in and out. You can use it as a battery bank. You have your port over here, of course, for your jumper cables. Now, here's the thing. This thing's listed as a 3,000 amp jumper cable, but it's value priced. I'm like, how are you doing that? Well, here's how they're doing that. We're talking huge capacitors in here. That's how you're going to look at the size of these. These are decent for a value priced jumper system. These are really heavy duty. I was really surprised. It does not come with a case. They give you the bag. You know, at least it's something, right? You get some of the other accessories. You get a power cable. And in there, I thought you got some of the other, no, I guess that's it. That's all you get, the power cable with it. But let's talk more about the item itself, because what you're looking at here is you're looking at a 3,000 amp jump starter. They say 9-liter gas. It's going to handle your average 8-cylinder, I think. It's going to be just fine. But for the value on this, let me get out of the way so you can see the whole thing here. So what you're looking at is, normal price is $50. Sale price is $47.48. There's a 15% off coupon. Now, they've given me a 10% off. So this should be, if they do it right, should be stacked on stacked on stacked. That's triple savings. This is, talk about a Christmas gift. Arrives 7 days before Christmas, depending on where you are, okay? Remember, always check this little area over here. Make sure here we go. There we go. This area right here. Make sure that your zip code's in there so it's delivering to the right location. This is set to Boulder City, which is, we're up here in Montana. So Montana, it takes a week. It takes a week for anything to get here. There's no such thing as 2-day prime up here. But that's it. We're in rural Montana. We're not even in the big city in Montana. So that doesn't, big city. That's, should be an asterisk with that. Anyway, let's keep going. Next up, what we got here, we got some stuff sent in by some viewers. If you want to send stuff in, we always appreciate when people want to send in deals. You can send them to red@dentatools.com. Here's my ask, though. Don't send a link. Don't just send a picture from in-store or something like that, because then takes me hours to go find it, and then if the deal's dead, it's a real waste of time, okay? So send me a link. Don't listen to the puppy dog whining. He's not being tortured. I have to keep him crated up because I got cables all around me, and he'll yell in them, and he's puppy dog, right? Anyway, so we need email red@dentatools.com. Don't send it before Friday, Saturday, Sunday, before deals of the week, because otherwise they sold out, and again, it's a waste of time. Put deals of the week in the subject. So make sure there's a link. Send it to that email. Just put Dentatools above it, and don't send it too early, otherwise we'll miss out on it. But let's get back to this deal, because I got to tell you, I love these little probes and stuff. Kaiwheat makes some. There's some other companies we've talked to. This is a really cool one. A brake fluid test pen here. You just dunk it in there. It's going to tell you what the state of your brake fluid is. Calibrated for .3, .4, and .5.1. It's normally $16 on sale for $13, $12.99. Call it what it is, $13. And there's a 5% coupon on top of that. I love stacking those deals. All right, let's see. Up next we got here is the Meguiar's. Here we go. We got a 15.2 ounce bottle of Meguiar's Ultimate Interior Detailer here. It's on sale, down from $15, 60% off a list, to $6.05. All right, we got Irwin Vice Grips. Okay, I talk about a lot about Knipex and the other high-end stuff. Not everyone needs that level, wants to spend that level. Irwin is some great everyday DIYer level tools. And these are solid. They're basically AKA the old tongue and groove style with the quick button release on it. So you got the V-Jaw set 2-piece there, 45% off a list, down to $24.69. After that, we got, this is a high-end set here, the Weehaw 28-piece half-inch drive, professional, standard, and deep, in the foam tray. This is SAE only here for $98.59. It's down from a list price of $111.75. This is, again, you're really stepping up here. Weehaw makes some great stuff. We talk about them a lot. They're, of course, made in Europe. I believe they're made in Germany on this set. You'd have to double check to make sure. But, again, you're getting a high-level precision set there. Next up, we've got the, I always have a problem pronouncing this name, Bernzomatic. There we go. The Firepoint Creator Tool. This will work with MAP gas or propane. I'm a huge fan of MAP gas. Once I caught on the MAP gas, I never looked back on propane. And for you're doing some wood burning, that kind of stuff, or kind of soldering, this is a solid tool to have. Coming in at $49.99. Look, you could make cupcakes with this. My son would be thrilled. He'd probably use it for steaks. Hold on a second. Puppy dog, you're fine. You're fine. He's whimpering over there. He wants to, Mom got home. He wants to go. He's a mama's boy, sure enough. All right, we got the Bosch set here. This is, I know I give Bosch a hard time in the 18-volt line because there's not a lot of deals. This is a solid deal. We're looking at $100 off for this 3-tool set plus the flashlight. You're getting the 18-volt 4-amp-hour battery, the 2-amp-hour battery, the charger, the bag, the circ saw, the drill driver, the impact. In fact, I think it's the impact with the impact driver with the impact quarter-inch impact wrench on it as well. Not sure how good it is an impact wrench, but their little silly combo thing that Bosch likes to do, plus the flashlight on it, all for $249. If you've been thinking about getting into Bosch or you want to build out more of your Bosch line, this might be one to look at. Next up, we got the gear wrench. For those of you who bought this before in the last 2 or 3 weeks, Amazon does have a good return policy. I don't know what they're like as far as price adjustments. Might want to give them a call and try, because check this out. $180.07. Don't ask me about the 7 cents. This is just taken, I think we talked about it last week or the week before, and it dropped down to right around just under $200. And I'm like, this is it. It just fell off a cliff price-wise. This is going to be the cheapest price you're going to see on it. Well, apparently Amazon had to prove me wrong, because this is ridiculously cheap for this set. You're getting the 3 ratchets, you're getting the deeps, the shallows, you're getting some wrenches, you're getting extension. There's almost no filler in this. There's a few bits for the bit driver, but that's not terrible. This is a solid set with a solid box at $180. If you've been looking for a combo kit, pull the trigger on this now. All right, let's keep going. The Win 3.5 amp oscillating spindle sander. It's not the spindle belt sander, but it's $104. That is a significant savings off the other one. That's 17% off a list. If you're looking for that, that's one to pull the trigger on. Let's keep going. The Gear Wrench 30-piece. Talked about this before. It's still on sale. I just think it's such a good deal for people who are trying to get serious about ratcheting wrenches here. You're getting SAE. You're getting the Matrix, the metrics. You're for 31% off a list, down to $159.60. Next up, Goodyear Air Hose Reel. Here's what I'm going to say. This thing is solid for use in, for home use. For home use, this is fine, all right? I've seen it used. Some RV shops I talked to, their owners went nuts. They were like, oh, they're super cheap, so they bought these for business use, and they hate them. They're like, these things are complete junk. Basically, if you're going to use it 8 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, not the hose reel for you. But for the average homeowner, this thing's fine. It's a fine hose reel, and it's $74.92. It's got the nice Goodyear colors on it. I like the bright orange or bright yellow on the hose. Makes it easier to see, less of a tripping hazard, if you would. All right, let's keep going here. Next one we got here is the Gear Wrench triple piece here. This is the 84. This is their mid-range, 1/4, 3/8, half-inch teardrop ratcheting wrenches. Look at this. You're getting tool truck quality for 3 tools for 1/3 the price you would pay for 1 ratchet off the truck. This is a solid price, folks. Whether you're a prosumer or a value pro, this is Gear Wrench is always one you should consider. All right, we got Skill. This one I haven't really seen before. Usually when you see the Skill table saw, it has the stand integrated into it. Well, this is it without the stand. And you may be thinking to yourself, well, why do I want it without the stand? Well, if you're not going to use it at the stand, or you're going to put it on a bench, or you got some other solution, $249 is usually the sale price with the stand. $50 off. This is a sub $200 table saw from a name brand with a solid warranty. Oh, it's got the ratcheting fence as well. That is, for some people, that is going to be the real deal right there. That's going to be the one to go to. And that $199 saw from Skill, that, again, I think that for some people who don't need that stand, that's going to be a winner. Okay, here we got the Skill 120-piece drilling and screwdriving bit set with case, coming in 34% off, down to $19.94. You know, I love these bit sets. Is it my favorite DeWalt? No, but it's 120 pieces for under $20. So I'm pretty happy with that. Keep going here. This is a weird one. This is the Yexberg. Don't ask me what Yexberg means. And no, it's not actually made by Milwaukee, but it's for Milwaukee batteries, and get you a Bluetooth speaker for $18. I don't know about the quality of it. It's got all of 2 reviews. I'm sure they're legit. Anyway, but if you want something fun, a little stocking stuffer for dad who's got Milwaukee tools but been thinking about getting the speaker, but he doesn't spend the, there you go. There's your option right there. All right, Fantic. I've talked about Fantic so many times. This is the one I carry in my truck. This is the one that I carry in my RV because it can do the higher pressures. Will it fill up 4 tires at 80 PSI? No. But I've been able to get 1 tire at a time up to 80 PSI with this. And this comes with the case, comes with a cigarette charger, and even a little, needle adapter if you're going to do some smaller stuff, some toys and whatnot. This is the top of the line portable air inflator as far as I'm concerned, and it can be used as a battery bank. 30% off, down to $83.97. This is a buy it now price on that. We got the Flex. Check this out. We got their what is it? The thin wall, deep well 6-point half-inch drive impact set. There we go. Look at these are nice sockets in here. Look at that. Anyway, it's 27% off, down to $54.99. Then we've got the Work Pro. I know I've talked about the other little Work Pro knife, and you get like the 3-pack for $10. This one's a slight step up. It's got the button quick release, flip open, so you can single hand this, reach in your pocket, pull it out. It's just as slim as the other ones. It's all stainless. It'll go through the wash because trust me, these are so light you will leave them in your pants and they will end up going through the wash. That said, under $10, this is a great gift for you. This is a great stocking stuffer. There's like, you're getting a utility knife, everyone's getting a utility knife this year. That is definitely one I would pull the trigger on. Oh, and I take it back. This one, the other one's a 3-pack. This one's only a 2-pack. Only a 2-pack for $10 with the quick flip button on it. I love that. Then we've got the 6-in-1 multi-shears. Yes, these are trauma shears. Yes, I've done a deep dive in these. I have the original Leatherman, okay, folks? I paid the full price. I bought the high-end Leathermans. In fact, I thought I just had them around here. Anyway, the point is this. The Leathermans are great. And then I saw these, and they're exactly the same. And I've talked to a bunch of ER folks. I've gone over it. I've talked to people online. I've talked to people in person. Everyone's ditched the Leatherman for these. And why? Well, the Leatherman are stupid expensive, which is, I mean, I get it. It's Leatherman standing behind it. But if these are things you're going to use every day, and if they get lost, you don't want to be losing $100 and some every single time if they grow legs. Whereas with something like this, it's $27. It's normally $30. It's on sale for $27, and there's a 10% off coupon. And you get the basic shears, you get the emergency, the 6-in-1 trauma shears, and you get the case for it. For that price, yeah, again, this would be like one I'm getting for you, I'm getting for me, I'm getting for Aunt Martha. Everyone's getting one of these. All right, let's keep going. Next up on the list, we've got the Craft Form. This is from Wera. Yes, I'm a huge Wera fanboy. I fully admit it. I just think they make great tools, made in Europe again. This is their stubby multi-tool or multi-bit driver here. Coming in normally almost $32, 38% off a list, down to $19.82. This is, I think it's a great one to get. Again, great stocking stuff. We got a lot of Christmas gift ideas thrown in here. In fact, the last third of the tools are all going to be like tool gadgets that you see advertised as Christmas gifts all the time. This, however, is not one of the kind of gadgety gifts. This is the top of the line. This is PB Swiss tool screwdriver set. PB Swiss, by many people, are considered to be the best screwdrivers out there. We can go back and forth on that, but they're definitely in that top 10, maybe top 5 pick there. $69, $89.50 is the list. 22% off takes it down to $69.50. You're not going to find another kit like this from PB Swiss at this sale price anytime soon. All right, next up, I ran across this, and I'm looking for gift ideas, tool ideas, and I ran across this, and my grandfather had almost this exact tape measure in his pocket every day of his life. He had this little pocket knife, and that's what he had every single day, and a Zippo lighter. And this is just that kind of slim line. They call it an executive tape measure, but it's just that one that you can carry with you, doesn't get in the way. It does 6 feet. It's only a 1/4 inch wide, and it's just for those miscellaneous. It's not a hardcore shop tape measure. It's a, this, I can carry it with me everywhere. And anytime I need a tape measure, I have it. It's right there. Maybe throw it in the, I almost said ashtray in your car. I don't know. Do they have ashtrays in cars anymore? Put it in the cup holder, center console, that kind of thing. This is again, a great kind of gift idea because it's one of those ones that people don't really think about, but once you have it and you carry it for a while, you're like, how did I live without this? Then we got the DeWalt right angle drive adapter. This thing is insane. This is, I believe it's impact rated. So you got the grip on it, the right angle. This thing can really do some work, all right? It's 1/4 inch drive, and you're coming in at normally $35. This is another one of the ones, must have. It's just a must have tool at $20. Every shop should have one of these. Then we got the Inacro. I don't know how to pronounce this thing. This is one of these like hidden gems, no-name hidden gems over at Amazon. Because you're looking around, you're like, hey, I'm thinking about getting an SDS hammer. I have one project. I could rent one. This is cheaper than renting one for a couple days, and you're going to get to keep it. It's going to last through because look at this. This has got, come over here, we're going to look at that. And there's no, no fish hook on this. It's one of these well-known, you're looking at 3,000 reviews on this. 3,000. They're not faking all of those, folks. $10 off coupon on top of it. So normally $140, on sale down to $120 essentially, and a 10% off is going to cut another $12 off of that. So that's going to be a solid deal. Again, and it comes with some of the bits you're going to need. You may go beyond that, but at least it'll get you started. And it's nice, it's brush technology, it's corded, you never have to worry about batteries. Brushes are easy to replace. Anyway, the Gear Wrench 6-piece Pitbull dual set. Okay, years ago, Pitbull, Gear Wrench sent this to me. And I'll be honest, I looked at it, I'm like, it looks cheesy. And I gave it to my son. And I'm like, you do some work in your car, let me know what you think. And he got back to me, he's like, actually, Dad, these are pretty good. And I'm like, all right, well, let's see here. And he was using them, for off-road kind of stuff and trying to kill his Jeep, which he managed to do. But anyway, I went down there and we hung out for a week and did some work with him. And I was stunned how good the quality is on this. I thought they kind of give me that kind of extreme tool kind of vibe where it's more marketing than anything else. But the reality is they're solid tools. The grips are comfortable. They're good to use. The grips don't move around on you. For $65, that's 55% off list. That's a solid set of pliers right there. That'll get you through most jobs. All right, then we got the Weehaw. Again, we're going up to that upper end, that high end. Look at this. We got striker ends on this. The nice full grips. You got the foam tray. This is a serious set of, you got slotted, you got Phillips, just a solid set of heavy duty, do the work kind of screwdrivers. Normally $213. Now remember, these are high-end professional. These are not entry level. These aren't cheap kind of stuff. These are the real deal. These are competing with the tool trucks and all that, and often beating them. $170.08. That's 20% off a list. Then we keep going. We got the Weehaw Go Box Precision Micro set here. You can see all the bits here it comes with. It's got the tri-lobe, it's got the slotted, it's got hex, it's got star, it's got Phillips. Everything you're going to need. Nice little case. I love this is a metal case. All right. I love this little case that the Weehaw comes in. Nice little driver there. Again, a great Christmas gift, maybe for, Uncle Harry, maybe for yourself. That's nothing wrong with buying Christmas gifts for yourself. You deserve it. Normally $35 on sale right now, 14% off to just under $30. And then we got my favorite screwdriver. This is my go-to. I use it for tons of stuff. It's the Wera KK25 replacement type driver bit set here. So you're getting the handle, pops open, you got your multi-bits in there. You got your quick release down here. Look at this. It's not just, it's an extension, so it can be used stubby. It can be used, well, not quite stubby. It can be short or extended. And I often, my biggest problem is I take it out and I use it in drill drivers and other stuff like that, and then forget to put it back. So I'm constantly chasing that thing down. Comes in this nice pocket case right here. This thing is a solid tool. It is, normally it's, honestly, we're back to kind of pre-pandemic pricing here, because that's kind of what I bought it for, I think, years ago. And then it jumped up and it was getting in the high threes up to 40. I've seen it as high as the mid 40s. So we're back down here before Christmas. It's not going to get cheaper than this, folks. If you've been waiting, pull the trigger on this. This is my favorite. In fact, if you're questioning, buy this and then send me an email and tell me I'm wrong about how good this screwdriver is. All right, let's keep going. The Skill 20. This is kind of, let's call it a foreshadowing, because the deal of the week is coming up. And it's not on Amazon, actually, so you have to wait past the Amazon stuff. But Skill 12 volt will be involved. And to add to that, so you might want to bookmark this timestamp here, because you're going to want to come back and check this one out also once you see the other deal. But what we got here is the 12 volt with the battery, with the charger. Remember, all the Skill 12 volt stuff is brushless, all right? And you got the halo light on it, 3/8 compact impact wrench for $79. Just by itself, this is a solid deal. But you'll think about this one here in just a little bit. How about this? How about a budget belt sander here from Skill with the nice microfiltration dust collector on it? $39.99. That's 33% off a list. Then we got this. Oh my gosh. I know, Porter Cable's gone, Bosch was standing alone, and then Skill came out of nowhere and just kills it with this combo. You're getting the base, fixed base, you're getting the plunge base. I've had tons of feedback from ex-Porter Cable guys who, they're like, my Porter Cable finally died. I wanted to buy another one. They don't make them anymore. I wanted to buy the Bosch, but it's too much money. So I thought I'd try this, and I'm stupid happy with it. So the amount of feedback I've gotten on this, I don't have hesitation in recommending it, especially at $119 for the full combo kit. Try getting that from Bosch. All right, and then we got from Bosch, and I've talked about this. I'm a big fan of it. I still don't think it's quite as good as the DeWalt, but that said, it's nowhere near the price. 40% off a list. This is the 1 horsepower palm router here, $76.99. All right, now we're going to see a lot of these kind of like as seen on TV. You see them on the TikToks and stuff. Don't ever buy anything from TikTok shop. I don't advertise. I get people who have TikTok shops. They reach out to me like, "Hey, will you?" No, I'm not going to work with you, because even if they're decent tools, they're always way overpriced. They talk about what a great deal. No, they're not great deals. So we're going to go through here, show you what some of the real good deals on these. Some of them are gimmicky. Some of them are actually kind of cool. So let's take a look at them here. Let me get out of the way so you can see again what we're talking about here. This is by Sacker, whoever their name is. This is your scribing tool here, so you can follow along. You can scribe stuff. Let's see here. There you go. You can see how it works there. Anyway, what you're looking at here is normally a $36 tool on sale for $28.79. And on top of that, there's a coupon down here for 15%. Remember, when I talk about coupons on this, you got to check mark the box. Amazon's not going to apply the coupon for you automatically, so be sure you do that, all right? Then we got here, gifts for him, Dad, survival crisp. It's got everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, it might have a kitchen sink in there. I'm not sure. Anyway, just off the top of my head, we see a pen, we see a compass, we see a flashlight, Phillips and flathead, a wire saw, a pocket knife, a spoon, knife. Okay, this is kind of funny. So it's a spoon, it's a spork, and a knife. So I'm supposed to hold the knife end while I eat? Who thought of this? Anyway, Maybe something clips on it to block the knife. I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, if there's somebody in your life that needs a gift like this, maybe you don't care for them. Hopefully they hurt themselves while eating. This is the gift for you. $26.99. All right, let's keep going here. Right angle screwdriver. This isn't a high-end precision tool, but you know what? That kind of flush bit kind of access gets you in places. We often call them get out of jail free tools, because you get there, you're in a project, and you're just like, where am I going from that? What tool's going to fit in there? How am I going to do this? This is that tool. Normally $10, 15% off, coming down to $8.49. Great stocking stuffer kind of gift for the guy who has everything. That's probably you. All right, then we got the magnetic tool pickup kit here. This was with the flashlight on the end, so you can actually see what you're trying to pick up. Oh my gosh, who'd have thunk, right? Anyway, get you a light in anywhere. You pick up stuff with it. It's 40% off a list, down from $20 to $11.99. 48% claimed. You're going to have to move quick on this. Then next up, we've got the magnetic wristband. We've talked about this one before. You know, I got big wrists. This is not my thing. But a lot of you folks said you've got them and you absolutely use them all the time. So for those of you doing that sort of thing, here you go. 15% off, takes it down to $15.94. Then we got this, again by Sacker, the contour gauge. I see this all the time on like TikTok and Instagram. And, you know, my wife, you know, that woman, oh my gosh, I hate those commercials. They drive me up a wall. Here you go. Here's the real deal. You're getting two of them for normally $40, on sale for $30, and there's a 10% off coupon. 11% claimed, ends in 4 hours and 36 minutes as of recording. The Rubbermaid Reveal Power Scrubber. This thing, actually, I thought about this. There's lots of great ways. You cleaning old tools and equipment, getting a little scrubber like this to get in there and get in all those nooks and crannies, that's a pretty good idea. Coming in 20% off, 19% off, down to $14.49. Made by Rubbermaid, big name brand there. Should be pretty good quality. These things, I've seen these commercials so much lately. I don't really get it. Maybe you do. Why is there a whale for the button? Can someone explain that to me? Apparently I'm going fishing for whales with these. I don't know. It's on sale, 10% off, down to $13.49. Again, there's some of these things that I just don't get, and you guys are like, no, dude, you got to try them. They're actually really good. Maybe that's the case with these. Put it down in the comments. Tell me if I'm wrong. This one, we've talked about the big storage, you know, things that you put on the wall. Well, if you're looking for something that does the same thing, but it's more minimalist, check this out. You got the power strip separate. You got the little bracket for holding your batteries separate, the bracket for holding your tools separate, and then you got 3 accessory brackets on top of it, all from CCCEI, which is a brand we've talked about before. 50% off, taking it down to just under $30. If you've got an area where you want something like that, but you don't want all the big space that the big storage units take up, or you want to be able to break it up, put some over here, some over there, this is the solution for you. Next up, we got the 3.5-inch drain clog. I use these. Why? Because I have women that I live with, and they've got long hair. Long hair is not an issue for me. Anytime there's a hair clog, I know that I'm not it. I'm not the one who did it. But if you're looking for that, this is a lifesaver here. 20% off, down to $6.37. Then it's time for the Rack Pro Tools Pliers Multi-Tool. This is kind of a different way of going around the plier multi-tool kind of situation here. The gift for the guy who has everything. I don't know about if you like this style. I mean, the pliers are always out, always ready to use. Honestly, on my multi-tools, that's the one I probably use the most, so that kind of does make sense. On sale right now, 20% off, down to $17.64. Then we've got the Depth Stitch. I've actually tested this one before. I was pretty happy with it. Now, I've got a higher end one with an articulating end that I use these days, and I gave this to a buddy of mine now, and he still uses it. He does plumbing, and he's said it's been great for him. Normally $110, 43% off, down to $62.99. Now, I know someone's going to say, well, you can just get those ones that you can use with your cell phone. That's a pain in the fuzzy backside, and we all know it. You're sitting there trying to pair to your phone, it won't pair. When I want to get something done, I want to do it now. I don't want to wait around for my phone. I mean, I've got a Klein one as well. Super high end, works great. when it connects and everything works. I'd rather just pick it up, have the nice big screen, it's got a memory card in it. You put a memory card in it. Does the job. It's dedicated for what it does. It's 1080p, 4.3 inch screen, 32 gig. Oh, it has a 32 gigabyte card with it for $63, 43. That's almost half off, folks. All right, the Hodo. I've talked about this one, and at $45.99, I get it. It's like it's a cute little, it's like it's almost like the digital version of that round tape measure, the kind of thing you carry in your pocket all the time, yada yada. But what if I could get a 25% off coupon on top of that? Now you're like, well, that especially as a gift for maybe for dad or somebody, that is a gift for yourself, maybe a gift for the wife, for people who measure and do stuff all the time. This is a nice little, especially like somebody who does quotes on buildings, even like realtors, stuff like that. That's a great gift for them. All right, talk about another great gift. I love these things. I've talked about it. I did a whole video on them. These 1/4 inch shank bit holders. You just put on a carabiner. You can carry them everywhere. Great for keeping them like near a dedicated tool or taking stuff with you and you don't want to take your whole set. On sale right now, 29% off, down to $10. Again, another awesome stocking stuffer. Here's a classic for you. The Victorinox, AKA the Swiss Army knife. This is it. This is your basic quintessential Swiss Army knife. It's got everything you need. It's got the knife. It's got the saw. It's got the scissors. It's got the bottle opener. It's got the awl. It's got everything. All of it. Get it? All of it in one. 12% off. I'm a terrible person. 12% off, coming down to under $50. This is the go-to Christmas gift for that someone special. And then we got the Fantic again in the V8 Apex Slim Car Vac. You don't have to use it in your car, but it's nice because it's small, fits in your car, your SUV, whatever. Normally $100, on sale for $65.99 and a 5% off coupon. Fantic is one of the top names out there. This is a high-level brand when it comes to this cordless equipment. You won't be upset with it. It is a solid brand, and if you're looking for, it's not going to have huge suction power. It's a small, portable, vac, but it's going to be good for doing that detail work. All right, over at Walmart, for those of you guys in the Greenworks or looking to get into Greenworks, we got the 750 CFM blower. That's your Class 5 Hurricane in your hand with the 4 amp hour battery, with the charger. That's full kit. Full kit. I have the Ego version of this. You're not coming close to this as far as price in the Ego. This is $139. $139. The battery alone is $139. The charger's half that price. You're basically you're paying for the battery and you're getting the charger and the tool for free. That's an insane deal. 750 CFM. That's it. You're beyond, at or beyond gas backpack blower power. You are. I've tested them. I've compared them. It's insane that you're getting that much power out of this. That is for $139. Oh my gosh. And then for those of you who are like, I still hate batteries, Troy-Bilt's got you covered. We got the 18-inch bar on the 42cc. You could pop it in your go-kart when you're not using it for a chainsaw. $98. That's down from $209. That's a pretty solid savings on that. It might be worth it just for the motor in it itself. All right, we're over at Tractor Supply. Check this out. And I like it because it's a different take rather than the standard 9-drawer cart. We're getting an 8-drawer wood top. You're getting, it's off center, so you're with the bottom section, you're getting some larger drawers and then some smaller drawers and some deeper drawers. I like it. It's a nice combo kit. And on the side, you're getting the power strip, pass-through, cord wrap, the whole 9 yards, all for $270. That's not a bad deal for $270. All right, here it comes. Probably deal of the week. You're going to have to fight for this one, folks. That is this. The Skill. Look at this. This is absolutely insane. Insane. I don't know how they're doing it for this price. Oh, wait, let me get out of the way so you can see the whole deal. So for $149, all in the 12-volt line, 10 tool kit. All right. Well, you're getting some flashlights in here. So you're getting the drill driver. It's got a metal chuck, all brushless. You're getting the impact driver with the ring light, all brushless. The circ saw, brushless. The mini cutter, brushless. The one-hand recip, brushless. The detail sander, brushless. Now the fan I don't know about, but this nice little fan. You got the bar light, you got the hanging light, and you've got the air pump, air compressor there. That's an insane, insane deal for $149. We've not seen anything like this before. Normal price is $500. I'm blown it. 2 batteries and a charger and all of that. This is what I'm saying. And you might want to pick up that impact while you're at it. I mean, you're going to have some money left over, right? That is a just incredible deal. I would order this online. And I'll put links, of course, and everything down below, because you might have problems finding this in store, because let me see, can you order it online? You get available for pickup. Delivery's unavailable. Well, there you go. It's telling me I got to go to Missoula. Out of stock in Bozeman. I got to go to Missoula. I'm not going to Missoula. Maybe you guys can get one. I'll just have to miss out. To be honest, I've already bought this, about that. I have the light. I think that's it I have from there. I have some other tools, but not in this set. I swear by all of them. They're great. All right, we're over at Farm and Fleet. They've got the Forney. This is a well-known name. 210 MIG welder here. Normally $1,400. Price in cart is $850. Here's a trick. If you've not signed up before Farm and Fleet, sign up for their mail list. Put your email address in, and you get an extra $10 off coupon you can apply to it. All right. Then we're over at Menards. The Autocraft. This is the mini clone, the smaller clone off the old Black & Decker workstation, clamping work table kind of thing. This is slightly lighter weight. Coming in at $10 though. At $10, you can use it as a sawhorse. You can use a clamping workstation. You probably pick up a couple of them. That's not a bad deal. I mean, it's not the name brand. It's not going to be made to the same quality. For $10 though, for $10, I'd be willing to give it a try. Over at Direct Tool, they've got the Ryobi space heater here. Check this out. The turbo jet fan propane heater. 35% almost everything. Coming in at $84.50. Factory blemished. Not the prettiest girl at the ball, but she'll get the job done. This is if you like being warm in your shop. Now remember, you got to have good ventilation, because this thing's going to put out some exhaust with it as well. But you got to have some kind of draft, or you could hurt yourself or others. Don't use it in the house. But again, for outdoor use, for well ventilated shops, this will keep things warm. I use one like this at my shop, and not the studio, at the shop where it's pretty drafty. But this thing is a good solid built unit, and that's a great price on $84.50. And then we're over at Home Depot with more Ryobi for $100, normally $255. This is a huge sale price, 61% off. You're getting the whole hobby kit here. Look at this. This is their new 4-volt system here. I think it's 4 volts, is it? Anyway, you're getting, 2 batteries with this? Two 2-amp batteries, the charging cable. You look at everything you're getting with this. We got the screwdriver, we got the rotary tool, we got the ultra mini glue gun, and we've got the light, stands, cables, all the accessories, all of that for $100. If you got somebody who's in the crafting, doing small hobby work, that is a great gift right there. And there's more in that line, so it can really expand it. Still over at Home Depot, we've got normally this is a sliding miter saw. This time we're only getting the 15-amp 12-inch compound single bevel miter saw, not sliding, with the stand for $279. Still for basically free stand with saws, what you're getting there. Keep going here. Now we got some gift ideas. All right, so bear with me on this. We got some fun gifts. Something to think about. Okay, so the first one here is a sous vide equipment. Now some company sent this to me, and I've told them really I wasn't interested, and they sent it anyway. Honestly, it's a pretty good sous vide thing. And if you do a lot of that, I got to tell you, it's one of the best ways to cook. And it's stupid simple. Actually, you know what? Let me talk about it real quick, and we'll get on to it, because we got some other great deals. But you see everyone there, they put it in the bag and they vacuum seal it. You don't have to do that, all right? Put it in like a Ziploc bag. All right, leave the top open, and as you put it in the water compresses it. You don't need to seal the end of it, and then just use one of those paper clip things to clip it to the side, and you're fine. And you could cook it in almost any pot. You don't need a special those plastic kind of thing. Get a big stock pot, set this thing on the side of it, throw your steaks in there, brings up the temperature perfectly. Then you take them out, and then you sear them. And there's more that you can't. It's not just steaks. You can cook all sorts of stuff. Great for fish because I'm terrible at cooking fish. I always overcook it. This will do fish perfectly. Anyway, $100, and get this. This is so they gave me a code it's either 10 or 20% off. It'll be in the links down below. And they've got a 30% off on this. So that's going to be $100. $30 to take it down to 70. And then we're going to go more on top of that. Think about it. And it works with the app and the whole 9 yards. This is great for holiday food. All right, let's keep going here. Next up we got is the Need Done electric cigar humidor. I've got the big one and I've got this one. This is actually a nice, probably nicer than my big humidor. Honestly, it's got its own water reservoir. Where the other one you got to put these packets in and stuff. This one you just put the water in it. It does everything for you. 23 liters of size. Not that you're filling it with 23 liters. But it'll hold 150 count of cigars. It's got Spanish cedar, everything you need. $239. I've got another coupon code on this. I think it's 10%. Again, 10 or 20. I'm confused on this one. And then we keep going. The next mug. This is a luxury item. Let's be honest. It's a mug that actually heats up. I think it uses induction off the base. I'm not sure. But it's got a little base that plugs in. When you sit on the base, it heats up. So it keeps your coffee at just the right temperature, or your hot chocolate, or your cup of noodles, or whatever it is. Oh, I could go for some cup of noodles right now. That's one of my little comfort foods there. Anyway, $99.94 there on that. Again, it's a luxury kind of choice. I get it, but we're looking at some kind of luxury gifts here. Next up, we've got the iRobot Roomba. If you've not used a robot vac yet, they're awesome. I'm ashamed to admit it. They're so convenient. If you haven't used one, you don't understand what you're missing out on. And this does the robot vac and mop. This takes care of everything. Then you just got to do once a week. You go through and you clean it rather than doing it all the time. If you got dogs and constantly picking up the dog hair, I got 2 Labradogs and they produce an extra Labrador about every 3 days. So having something like this is just a lifesaver. All right, I know I've gone on enough about it. Next item up is the Pit Bull. Now, I haven't shaved in a while, but I normally shave my head, and only it's because I got sick and stuff, and I've been recovering. I've been meaning to do it, but I got to tell you, I normally shave my head with like a beard trimmer, and I did that for years, decades, because it was the best way I found. Somebody turned me on to these. I won't go back. It is so nice. It's so convenient. You do it in the shower. There's nothing to brush up and clean up on the sink or anything, which my wife gives me heck for. I get a little bit of this gel that they sell. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a head shaving gel, and I use like a pea size. It does my whole head, and it's just so awesome to use, and the battery lasts forever. I've had it for 6 months. I don't think I've charged it once. Well, I charged it the first time, and then since then I do it like once a week. For $100, it's absolutely glorious. I love it. Can't recommend it enough. All right, and then this is another luxury one. We've seen the ice buckets, and you're like, Jeff, this thing's $142 on sale. Why is this a deal? Because it's not the standard ice. This is the good ice. It's nugget ice. I gotta say that quietly, or my wife will lose her mind, because this is that ice that everyone craves, like you get from Sonic, those little nuggets of ice that are easily chewable and stuff, and it makes drinks super cold and everything else. It'll do 34 pounds of ice in a day if you're constantly feeding it, and you don't need a water line. You can just put it in there. Pro tip: you put Kool-Aid in there, it makes Kool-Aid ice. Any kind of flavored stuff you put in there, it will not do whiskey. Not saying I've tried. I'm just saying I know. But that said, you can have some real fun with stuff like this. $142.39, sale price 25% off a list. eHomey, we've worked with them before, makes great products. And then we've got the meter from the meter SE. This is kind of like the meter light. For those who don't want to spend a ton of money and everything, really, the thermometer is great. The thermometer is solid. It's all about the software. I've tried a bunch of these, and I've always come back to meter. Full disclosure, they gave me my most recent version, the meter 2, but the two I had before that were ones I bought myself. And they just happened to hand it to me when I was at one of the trade fairs. So it wasn't like they went out of their way to find out who I was or anything. So anyway, $55. If you're looking to step into the whole cordless thermometer thing, this is a great budget way to do it because it's the same software. Even though it's the light version of the thermometer, same software, and it's really all about the software. All right. All right. And then last one. This is something I got to whisper because my wife's in the other room. Let me do this. Take it off. So this is something I just got for the wife, and hopefully she won't watch this video. And it's all the way at the end. That's why I put it there. But she wanted a new air fryer, and this is the just the best bang for the buck for the large size 6-quart 9-in-1, has all the special features, all the cool things, bake, dry, reheat, broil. You can literally do steaks in this like you do with the sous vide. And actually, I know people are going to hate me for this, a little bit better. What you do is you put that thermometer in your steak and you put it in this and you get it and you set it so it goes to like 120 degrees. All right. Or 125 if you want to push it. And you stop it there and you pull it out and then you pan sear it. Okay. But here's the deal. When you pull it out, because it's air, it's going to be totally dry on the outside. So it's just like doing it in like the Pit Boss or something. You don't get the added smoke, but because it's dry, that's where you get that real sear on it. You don't want it to be wet or anything. You get that dry, put a little bit of olive oil, not olive oil. I take about avocado oil. That's what I use. A little bit of avocado oil. In fact, what you can do is you can actually rub it in avocado oil, lay it in the pan, lay it down away from you, and you will get the most beautiful sear on it. And you won't believe you were able to do this inside. It's insane. It really is. Everyone, they all like the high-end chefs, they kind of sneer at these kind of things. And like, you can't do a steak in there. Yes, you can. And I've done it. And I'm a steak snob. So if I can do it and I only use like grass-fed beef, I pay for the best. I get it. I'm a snob when it comes to my steaks. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Anyway, that's all we got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And have a Merry Christmas, by the way. And as always, shine on.